Hi, I'm Danny and these are my diecast disasters. In this video I'll be doing another build-off challenge with my mate Rob from Matchbox Garage. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'll leave some links in the description below. So it was Rob who thought of the challenge this time, and it was to make a track car or a drift car. This was going to be quite a challenge for me as it's not really my style. Having a look through all my beat up old cars that were looking for a resto, I couldn't really find anything that I felt was going to suit this type of car very well. So I popped off down to the shop and managed to find one of my favourite cars of all time, a Nissan Fairlady. I was quite lucky because it was the last one in the shop. I start by drilling out the rivets and taking the car apart. I didn't want to do too much to the shape of this car, it already has the widened arches, but I thought I'd put a front skirt on it. I start by marking out the shape of the front of the car on some styrene, and then I use this to make the base shape for the skirt. Here it is, cut out and stuck on the bottom of the car, along with a couple of side pieces. I fill this with milliput epoxy putty and shape it as best I can. I smooth it off with some water and then leave it overnight to set hard. I then use some sandpaper to get it as smooth and even as I can. Once I'm happy with my front skirt, I spray the entire base with Molotow Silver Dollar Rattle Can. This will give me a nice strong silver base to work on. I'm going to paint my car part black and part this candy racing green. The underneath of the car is painted in gunmetal. Given a dark wash. And finished with some silver weathering powder to bring out the highlights. Before I strip the paint off the body of the car, I'm going to drill and tap the rivet posts. I'm using a 1.7mm drill and a 256 tap. I remove the paint from the body of the car with paint stripper and then use a wire brush on my rotary tool to clean up the casting and remove any oxidation. I'm going to be putting the candy paint on the front of the car, so I bring it to a high polish with some polishing compound and a buffing wheel on my rotary tool. I print a Nissan decal on some Testors clear decal paper. I seal it with some of their decal bonder spray. It was placed on the bonnet of the car and I used some microsol to get it to go into the little grooves. There didn't seem to be a lot of colour inside of any of the track or drift cars that I was looking at, so I just painted the interior silver and gave it a dark wash. I also detailed the rear lights and then gave it all a nice coat of gloss. With my parts all painted, I chose these low profile mags to go on it as I thought they were the best looking ones I had for this car. So before we have a look at the finished car, let's take a moment to be reminded of what we started with. A quite nice looking Hot Wheels Nissan Fairlady Z. It looks a little bit odd with the yellow base, I thought, but otherwise it looks quite cool. But displaying a new Hot Wheels car wasn't the challenge. So here is our Nissan Fairlady after my track car makeover. The bright yellow is gone, replaced with a nice candy racing green at the front and black for the rest of the car. Gone also are the boring Hot Wheels wheels, replaced with some nice, more realistic looking mags. This was my first attempt at doing a nice straight piece of body kit for a sports car like this. I think it came out pretty tidy. People can give me their opinions in the comments. I'm definitely no expert when it comes to race cars. I'm not really into them that much. Taking a look at the car from a higher angle, we can see better the Nissan logo on the bonnet. I've tried to get this as smooth as I can. I think the microsol has made it go into the grooves really well, although you can see the edges of it a little bit. I think it's hard to not see the edges at all because there is actually some thickness to the decal, and also by the time you've put the fixer layer on top of it, it's a little bit thicker again. I'm pretty pleased with the way this came out. I think the design of the paint job makes it look really cool. The candy green came out looking awesome, so thanks to the dude in the model shop who helped my wife pick that for me when I sent her to get some. The gloss layer I laid over the top could have maybe been a tiny bit smoother, but you only really notice this under the high magnification. I thought about putting a roll cage in, but decided against it as there was so little room inside the car. I just thought it would look quite cramped and messy. So that's my take on a Nissan Fairlady track car. I hope you like it. I'm sure Rob over at Matchbox Garage has actually done something really awesome because this is way more his style than me. So I highly recommend that you go to the link below and shoot over there and check out his build. I haven't seen it at all, so I'll be doing the same. I'll just take a moment to say a welcome to all my new subscribers and a big thanks to everyone for the great comments and likes on my videos. Thanks heaps. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe.